Hi everyone, and welcome to Nabe. We're so glad you joined us today. Nabe, or Nabe, stands for the Niagara Area Business Exchange. I have members here on the set with me, and we're going to find out all about this great organization. I'd like to welcome Chris Ronsky from W Marketing Group. Welcome. Glad to have you on the show. As I look around the tree a little bit, but we're glad to have you there. And Sarah Reed from Fort Hyde Kennels. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
And Bruce Fowler from the Family Chocolate Shop. Welcome.
Nice to see you, Judy.
Bruce, tell us a little bit about the organization for people who might not be familiar with the group specifically or with the marketing organization. What types of things do you do?
Well, Nabe is a networking group. It's an exclusive classification group, which means that one person from each business classification can join. Meets once a week. It's designed to improve your business. That's the objective, is to bring people together who can help each other and advise and give leads and just help everybody to get better with their business.
That sounds really great. It sounds like a wonderful thing. Now, are you still, can people still join if they are in a category that is not already represented?
Absolutely, and there are literally hundreds of categories that are unfilled, and we are certainly looking for new people all the time to bring in and enhance the quality of the group.
Now, you mentioned that you meet once a week. Can you tell us where do you meet and when, at what time?
We meet Wednesday mornings at 8 o'clock at the Dale Center.
Okay, right in Lockport, so easy to get to?
Very easy for almost anybody in Niagara County. The meetings last for 1 hour, and we hold pretty close to that schedule. So at 9 o'clock, recognizing everybody has a job to do, they can get out and get to their job. And we operate on a roundtable basis. Everybody has the opportunity to tell a little bit about what's going on with their business. Okay. And then also exchange leads and things like that.
Sounds like you get a lot done in the time that you're together.
It is. It's a good group. While it's mostly business, and that's the objective, it's a very good group in terms of getting socially compatible. We are a group that seems to get along very well.
You do. Just from watching you all, it's a really good, a very warm feeling in the group when you share the information. That's awesome. Thank you. Sarah, tell us about your experience in Nabe. Would you recommend this to someone who's thinking about an organization like this?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of Bruce hit it on the head. It's nice if you have a question or you have a problem, you have someone that you can talk to that it's not just a voice on the end of the phone. I can look at Chris and say, hey, Chris, this, that, and the other, something going on.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to know people and talk to them,
absolutely.
Someone that you know. And
yeah,
not
absolutely. So it isn't just a name. It's like somebody that you know well enough to recommend to somebody that you work with.
Sure, and it's some that you've worked with, that you've dealt with, that you trust, that kind of stuff. Though they're not going to lead you wrong,
Yeah, that sounds great. Now, Chris, tell us, you also have special events too, like guest speakers, and you have a social in the summer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, we have special events, all the time. Every fifth Wednesday of the month, we bring in a guest speaker that go over a lot of different, topics. Recently, we just had one going over identity theft and how to protect yourself during the holiday season, which is the biggest season for identity theft. One thing that we want to start doing with these events, as well as start recording them and streaming them online.
Nice.
So if you would like to, see some of these events, some of these talks, parts and bits of it.
They're
Make sure you
available.
follow us on Facebook.
Okay.
So that in the future you can check back there, see recordings of some of the things. We've done it a few times as far as showing out a guest speaker. We had an author that was in that we recorded live.
That's really cool. Yeah.
And when we
Great.
did our For Your Health event, we did a live stream of that, so people that could not attend were able to get the benefits of seeing it.
Oh, that's really good. And it's great that you're bringing that information to the community. So while it's available to your members, you're really sharing it and making sure that everybody has a chance to really see it. That's
we
really
want
admirable.
it to be.
Yeah.
We really want this group to, we really want the community to trust our group and come to us for different things. You don't have to be a business owner or a salesperson or anything like that to come to one of these special events.
Okay, great.
If you are, great. We're going to try and get you to join. But even if you're just Joe Schmo, and
You can learn something at this.
you're like, 2 years ago I had my identity stolen around the holidays, and it was this big mess, and I couldn't get Christmas presents for anybody because everything was under investigation. Maybe I should, that person can come to the meeting, and they don't need to worry about anything.
That's great.
It's about community.
That's great.
And business first, community 1A.
Okay, that sounds great. And you have a website as well.
Yep,
Tell
we
us about
have
that.
our website is nabegroup.com, NABEGROUP.com. You can go there, get the list of our members. You can see, you can actually click on the YouTube channel there and see our past episodes of the show. You can get information about how to join, our applications, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Thank you. So nabegroup.com.
Yep.
So very important to remember. Check that out because it's a really nice website. So is their Facebook page. So check all this out. It's really good info. What I want to do now is find out about your individual businesses, what you all do. Bruce, I'm going to start with you. It's the holiday season. We're all thinking chocolate. We're thinking trees. We're thinking poinsettias. But we're really thinking chocolate. So tell us about the Family Chocolate Shop.
Well, Family Chocolate Shop is on Main Street in Clarence. Our focus is to work with businesses to provide them with chocolates for almost any different occasion, customer recognition and employee recognition, lots of different events within a company can utilize chocolates effectively. So our main focus is on that particular segment of the market. And we do have a full line store. You can come in and pick your assortments the same way you can with donuts.
Fun.
And we also have boxes that are already pre-selected and pre-packaged that are comprised of the most popular chocolates, and you don't have to wait and pick out the different ones.
Sounds great.
But we have everything. Of course, sponge candy is our most popular item. If we didn't have sponge candy, we probably wouldn't be in business. But it's amazing how many people in Western New York truly enjoy that piece of chocolate.
That's really cool. Now, you mentioned that you can do things for companies, like are things maybe like logos or on the packaging, or tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, our major tactic in working with companies is our ability to personalize their gift and extend the branding of their gift to their client base. And by that we do chocolates with logos right into the chocolate.
Oh, nice. Wow.
It's a little more expensive than options like candy bar wrappers, where we print logos and little messages from companies, or boxes that we stamp with their logo, and it's as
good too.
being a gift by itself or part of a gift basket situation. That usually when a gift arrives at a customer's location, they tear it open and everything's gone except what's in the basket. Well, if you got a box of chocolates in there with the companies with the Givers logo,
Yeah.
then they're going to at least remember a little bit longer
That's true.
who
Very
gave them that
memorable.
gift. And so we try to integrate that type of thing and offer that benefit that a lot of people can't provide.
Wonderful. So if I'm interested in doing something like that for my company, I should just come in and talk to you and see what the options are and maybe what we could do with it?
Yeah, we would recommend going to our website,
Okay, tell us about that.
familychocolateshop.com, and we have the sections all set off, and we have business gifts as one of our primary sections.
Great.
And you can see the different options. Certainly give us a phone call if you've got questions, and we'll try to answer them. And we certainly invite you to come into the store where you can actually see and pick up and hold
Yeah,
the
definitely.
different items that we are capable of providing.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I visited your shop and it's beautiful, and there are so many choices. It was wonderful. So I had a really good time there. So
Thank you.
tell us again your location.
We're at 10295 Main Street in Clarence, right next to a place called Don George's Big Boy Store.
Oh, okay.
One thing I did want to mention, picked up on Sarah said, every week at Nabe, one member gets to talk about what they do in greater depth. And I have had the benefit of bringing in samples and having the group testing them and going over things that I'm thinking through with regards to our programs. And I can honestly say I get some very useful
Wonderful.
feedback.
Yeah, that's a great
It's
way
a-
to test something out.
Well, it's a
That's
great
yeah.
benefit of being part of this group, and I personally appreciate it. Having I want your honest and favorable opinion of this, and I get their honest opinion, so
Yeah,
I get.
That's great. That's a great thing to do. Well, thank you very much. Awesome. Sarah, tell us about your business. Tell us about Fort Hyde Kennels.
We're Fort Hyde Kennels, located in Gasport, New York. We're full service, so we board dogs. You go away on vacation, we're there for you. We do training as well, so we start training from teeny little puppies, that 8-9-week-old puppy that you get, all the way through off-leash work if that's how far you want to go.
Okay.
We
wow.
also have full-service grooming, so whether you're just looking for a basic bath and nail trim or a full haircut, we have the capabilities of doing that as well.
That's great.
Our website is forthydekennels.com. And kind of, with Bruce over here next to me, we love Bruce, we love his chocolate, but just remember your dogs do not. Chocolate is not good for dogs. So you eat the
More for
chocolate,
you.
not the dogs.
Now, you also, in addition to dogs, you work with other small animals as well, like the people can board, or you
Yeah,
offer things?
people will board cats quite often.
Okay.
More rare than that, like potbelly pigs. People have boarded potbelly pigs with us.
haven't figured that.
Any of your, ferrets, hamsters, guinea pigs, any of that type of stuff, we're able to take those as well. And they are obviously kept away from the dogs, so they're in their own safe area.
Now, are there certain things people should think about in the wintertime as far as their pets? As far as with the cold or anything with that maybe would be different from what they were just doing in the fall, that, for safety or anything?
Yes, and sometimes people don't think of this, but really, especially when you have a dog with long hair, a well-maintained coat is going to keep your dog warm. Quite often we think, oh, don't cut their hair because winter's coming, but if you have all the undercoat packed in underneath that, it's not going to keep them warm. You need that insulation. You need to have that air circulating. So
Yeah.
you got to get them groomed. You got to get the undercoat taken out, and then yes, their long hair will keep them warm.
Oh,
But
I
if it's
never
packed
thought of
in,
that.
it's not going to keep them warm. So you got to visit a groomer before it gets cold out.
How often does it depend on the breed, the dog be groomed?
It absolutely depends on the breed. Your like Malteses, Shih Tzus, stuff like that. Typically every 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks on the
okay.
long end in between groomings. Labs, your basic bath and stuff 2-3 times a year is generally enough to
okay.
suffice.
Oh, that's cool. Now, there's some other activities that you offer at your facility for the animals?
Yeah, besides the boarding, the training, the grooming, that type of stuff, we offer a yappy hour.
Tell us about that.
So a
That
yappy
sounds
hour
cool.
is a social hour for friendly dogs. So they have to come to me first, and I run a temperament test on them to make
That's
sure
cool.
that there's not going to be any issues. There's no oil and water, as I refer to it. And once I know everybody gets along, we have a 1 acre outdoor fenced-in arena.
Fun, wow.
And we turn them
Must be
loose, and they
lovely.
get to have a blast for an hour. So they
Oh,
usually
nice.
sleep for about 2 days after the fact.
I bet. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, is that a certain size dog, or
Yeah,
how do you do that?
small dogs typically are Saturdays at 12:30.
Oh, okay.
And by
Right.
small, it's usually 30 pounds.
Okay.
And the larger dogs are Saturdays at 2 o'clock.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun. Something nice that they, I'm sure, would look forward to. You
Yeah,
know,
well, and the
they
owners
tried
do
it.
too. We sit around
Yeah.
and we're talking and having fun, and the dogs are doing their thing, and everybody's happy.
That's
so,
really nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. So again, tell us where you're located and how we would get in contact with you.
We are Fort Hyde Kennels. Our phone number is 716-772-2356, Gasport, New York.
And now we should probably, if somebody's thinking of boarding their pet or something, maybe check it out ahead of time, because sometimes you have an emergency and you have to go out of town. So it would be good, you kind of have found out exactly where you want to go and
Yeah.
everything. Would you recommend that?
Yes, absolutely. Anybody with a pet should stop in at some point, tour the facility, find out what we require as far as vaccinations, meet the staff. That's, to me, the most important thing. Know who you're leaving your dogs with. Feel comfortable with that, because you never know. Emergencies do happen. And you have to do it at a drop of a hat if you don't have the right vaccinations, or then it just
Oh,
makes an
yeah.
already
Think
stressful
about that.
situation so much more stressful.
That's true.
So have all that lined up ahead of time and feel comfortable when you're leaving them.
Now, also for the training, can any age dog take some training, or?
Yep, old dogs can learn new tricks.
Okay.
They sure can. Sometimes it
All right.
takes them a little longer, habits being what they are.
Sure, yeah.
You have a habit for a period of time, it takes a little longer to, reboot that habit, so to speak, but they can absolutely learn at any age.
Okay, that's really cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for all the great information.
You're very welcome, thank you.
Chris, tell us about W Marketing Group.
Well, W Marketing Group is a full-service marketing company. We do everything from social to graphics to, your TV and radio.
Wow, nice.
We're a place that offers just about everything under the sun.
Okay.
We have partnerships with Hulu, Pandora, Spectrum TV, Entercom Radio. We really run the gambit. And we can handle, whatever your needs are as far as, your marketing goes. If you need to create commercials and get them on TV during certain shows and hit a certain area, all these different things, we can do that.
Okay.
But if you have a small budget and you're saying, well, I just want to spend, a little bit of money on social media, but I need to